All right. So, it is the night of the Autumn Festival. All of you have been personally invited by a close friend to attend the festivities, and, without a second thought, you all had happily accepted the invitation. That said, well, all of you work at Soldiers during the daytime, so gather in a costume to wear ended with some various results. Some of you are definitely more dressed for the occasion than others. Regardless, though, you know your friend won't mind. She's just happy to know that you're here. And a friend appears, a friendly kitsune by the name of Kohaku. And she says, "Oh, there you are. All of you could make it. It's a wonderful night, isn't it? I was worried that the festival might be cancelled because of the forecast, but it's actually perfectly clear," I say, looking outside, and it's snowing out. You as the players are allowed to respond to things if you want to.
It is a beautiful day indeed.
What lovely weather.
You nods and kind of tugs at their cape. I couldn't find anything to wear.
Kohaku looks at the very least at your bow, which has a little jack-o'-lantern arrow at the end, and she at least gives you a thumbs up. You made some effort with the time that you had.
Gold star, you tried.
Gold star.
I found a tiny pumpkin.
And that's what Halloween's all about.
Yes,
Right.
Halloween is definitely just about finding tiny pumpkins.
Yeah.
That's
There's
all
no
I do on
actual
Halloween.
fighting in this map. It's just treasure chests with tiny pumpkins in them.
That's right.
It's the spaces and fates that give you treasures.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Alright. So Kaku then says, "Well, you've missed some of the events because of your drops, but don't worry. The best part of the night is still to come, and it's trick-or-treating. There's a couple of houses nearby we can head over to, and who are these fools?" These two punks show up. A mean-looking fellow with an axe, followed by a wolf, who looks a little bit more shy about the situation. Where did Alex go, by the way? What happened to your sprite?
My sprite
moved off
somehow
screen.
disappeared off the map. I think it was towards the top.
Ah,
I can grab that.
okay.
Thank you for fetching me.
That should
In the
work.
okay, the punk
Our
goes.
first rescue.
Her first rest, yeah. The punk comes in and says, "No way, you folks stay back. This is our turf." And Kawaku responds with a concerned, "Turf? Oh dear, I don't like the sound of that." And she looks over and notices one of them has toilet paper in their hands, and she looks very concerned. And the punk sort of, tosses it in the air for a minute and says, "Yeah, you see this? This is the finest quality. And my buddy here, he's got some eggs for the next house over." Kawaku, of course, is very upset. "Eggs? That's not the spirit of the festival at all. I'm really sorry to ask everyone of this, but can we teach these Dirks a lesson? If they get too out of hand, I can't imagine what sorts of crimes they pull off." And with that...
As much as I love their costumes, yeah.
Let's knock them down.
Now you should all be moved over to the map proper.
All right. So the mapping question we've got 3 houses here, and unfortunately you've got a couple of not so good jerks who are trying to cause a mess of things. These objectives go into a couple of levels. Your first objective is to make sure all the houses are attended for. You do this by standing on top of one of the houses, visiting them, and the door locks, and the enemies can't get to them anymore. I will say that the enemies currently on the map will not move until you go into combat with them. Their goal is just to kind of like go near you as opposed to get in the houses. But there will be enemies later on that will come into the map that will target the houses, so be careful. In addition to that, as you can see on one of these houses, we've got this little guy right here who definitely looks like a boss. He doesn't have any movement because he is mobile. That's why he has 0 on there. You will have to fight him in order to get to the last house. Once you capture all the houses, if we have time left, we can rout the rest of the enemies. If not, they will run away and you'll win the map by default. Does anyone have any questions before we start proper?
You can also reposition your units before we start within that green square that's drawn on the field. So if you decide, for example, that you don't want your archer and your healer out in front, you can move around within that green square however you feel fit.
Everyone wants to go in the back spot.
So I figure we should maybe decide amongst the 4 of ourselves how we're gonna set ourselves up before we get started.
That sounds like it'd be a pretty good plan.
I think this is probably the best spot for me.
Yeah, it's probably best to keep the archer and healer in the back.
Yeah.
To be clear, the little boot icon on the top right of all of the icons is their movement. So that's how far they can move. All right, are you all happy with your starting spaces?
Let's do it.
All right, perfect. Let's get the map started then. This is the beginning of player phase, turn 1. And I'm gonna, Ruben, is it okay if I set up the turn counter? Just the turn to like count up, basically?
Yes, of course. While you do that, I will officially help people out with player phase. So, who would like to do the first action of the game?
Pick me,
Do it.
pick me.
Oh.
I'm not sure which person's voice that was, so you're gonna have to tell me by name who that was.
Sorry, that was me, Alex.
All right, Alex. Okay. So which enemy do you want to go into combat with? I think the only one actually you can get into combat with is the Mogul, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
All right. So the first thing you're going to want to do is let's actually check its stats first. So if you click on the enemy, there should be a thing called summary, and if you click on that, it'll tell you what it's like. All right. So we've got level 7 Pumpkin Mogul. It's a fire type. It's got relatively low defense, speed of 8, and a relatively weak curse attack. So you should be able to take care of this just fine. You might not kill it in one shot, but you'll definitely be able to handle this. So why don't you move your character into position?
Alrighty, this work?
All right, so let's see. That was
That would be
1,
5
2,
spaces.
3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. All right. Yeah, that works good. All right, so first thing you're going to want to do, since you're attacking first, you're going to want to roll a 1d20 plus your hit. You can do that with the attack roll macro that I've made for you by just putting in the hit value that you have.
Excellent. So I just hit attack roll and
Yep, you can just hit the attack roll macro, or you can type in /RD20 plus whatever your hit stat is. But the attack roll macro should work just fine.
gotcha. And on my character sheet it says my hit is 1, so I just add an extra 1.
That's right. The only cases where your hit will change is when weapon triangle advantage comes into play, or disadvantage, which this unit is a curse weapon wielder, so you don't have to worry about that. So it's going to be your your hit +1. Don't actually put the plus in, or it's going to break the macro. And you should be able to press enter, and it will roll for you.
Gotcha. Here we go.
All right. So the next thing we look at the avoid and critical avoid. So the avoid is 4, and you've gotten a 14, but the crit avoid is 19. So you do not crit, but you do hit. The next thing you're going to do is look at your character sheet. There should be a thing known as your power. For you, I believe there's 2 values. The one you want is the number that is lower, because this isn't effective against the monster.
Alrighty, that is 16.
All right.
This mogul has a defense stat of 3, so you're going to deal 13 damage to this.
Awesome.
Alright.
And what's your speed?
Speed is 7.
Okay, perfect. So this mogul has a speed of 8, so neither of you are going to double each other. But since he does have a weapon, he can counterattack. So I'm going to do that real quick. What's your avoid?
Void is 5.
Okay, so that definitely hits. But I believe that means your crit avoid is 20, so you're not going to get crit by this enemy. Just a standard attack. He has a power of 8. What's your res?
Rest is 3.
Got it. So you're going to take 5 damage from this, because this monster has a magical weapon.
Ouch.
So you can go ahead and click on your token, and where it says 25, you can change that to 20. That way everyone can see what your HP bar is looking like, which is going to be useful for your healer.
Gotcha, I put that in.
I see it. And now that that combat has ended, since neither of you get to double each other, you only moved 5 spaces, and you do have a movement of 6, so you can canto 1 space if you want to.
Gotcha, let me see.
All right. So that's the end of your particular action on this turn. Everyone else can go as well.
I can go next.
All right, go for it.
So my bow has a range of 2. So that means there's 1 space in between me and an enemy?
That is correct.
Very good.
Or diagonally.
Or diagonally. Oh, there is 1 space already between me, diagonally.
Oh, sorry. I mean,
Oh,
either there's 1 space between you and the enemy, or you're diagonal from the enemy.
right.
Makes a
So
little.
I'll go.
It makes a little diamond.
Yeah, I'll go here. And I'm gonna shoot.
All right. So make your attack roll. So that's going to be a d20 plus your hit, or you can use the little attack macro that Ruben set up.
Oh, that's a crit.
Yeah. So this mogul has a crit avoid of 19. That's the value that you have to exceed to get a crit, and you did do that, so you get a crit. That means you're going to do double the damage. What's your power?
My power is 16.
This is a
That's-
fire, though.
Yeah, so actually, yeah, this is a good
So it is
way
30.
to introduce, effective damage, since this is a flyer and bows are effective against the flyers. It's the number in parentheses.
Yep, so it's 30 times 2, which is 60.
Okay, so the doubling is after you take the defense out, actually. So
Oh,
it's going to be 30 minus my defense of 3 is going to be 27 times 2. You do 54 damage to this thing and just destroy it. It flies off the face of the planet.
I've committed
Excellent.
murder.
You just committed a murder.
And this is actually also a good point to actually introduce what happens after combat for certain units. So Griffin, after a combat, you gain a point known as charge. And this is a value that you can use later on in the session to activate certain things known as combat arts. Yours is Curve Shot, which will allow you to spend charge to shoot from even farther away.
Yep, got my charge.
Yes. Alright, so that leaves, what, 2 people left? We've got Caitlin, we've got Neptune.
Yes. I will be moving over to here. That should be 7, right? Or no, that would be
Right.
6.
Where are you moving?
I see it now.
You're moving into a tree, so because you are a cavalry unit, it costs 3 movement to go in there in the first place. Yeah, there you go. Alright, and what are you gonna do there? Are you gonna heal?
Oh, I'm sorry, I pushed to talk. Yes, I will be healing.
Thank you kindly.
Awesome. Alright, so your healing value should just be your power. So what is your power?
Yes, my power is 17.
Alright. So Alex, your unit is back up to full HP.
Da 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 da. Thank you.
Alright, so that leaves our final player.
Oh, but you can, it's worth saying, you can canto if you want to, because you only moved 6 spaces.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
Yes, I will canto back 1.
Make sure to update your HP bar to reflect that you're back at full, too.
Hey Caitlin, what action would you like to do? Also just a reminder, push to talk.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna go after this werewolf here.
Alright, go for it.
And then I should roll.
Yep, go for it. Alright, let's check out that crit avoid.
Yeah, give me one moment. Okay, so this wolf's crit avoid is 20. That means you have to exceed that to crit, so you barely don't crit, but you do definitely hit. What's your power?
12.
12. Okay. So this wolf does not have a large amount of resistance, so that's going to do 8 damage. Now, what's your speed?
My speed is 10.
Okay, you double, because this wolf only has a speed of 5. So you can make a second attack.
Okay, so should I roll again?
Yes. Hey, there you go. That is a 21. We're getting very good rolls today. That's a 21, so that is a crit. So that means you're going to do double the damage. Remind me what your power is again. I think you did 8
12.
damage last time. You have power 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're going to do, instead of 8, you're going to do 16 damage. That's going to be just enough to kill this enemy.
Good.
Nice.
Very nice rolls. And you also get a point of charge. So you can record that in the second little bar right there. If you click on your token, it'll be the blue circle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, perfect. And since you're a flyer, you can canto back with any movement that you did not spend, which I think is 2 spaces. Okay,
Awesome, which means I am left. So I will actually be playing as Kohaku for this session. And seeing that we've got our Dark
That's
Flyer
iconic.
friend across the bridge, I'm gonna go follow.
Always nice to have support.
That's right. All right, which means that now it is enemy phase.
It is. So that means I get to make some moves here. First,
Should I set up the enemy phase turn counter, Cecil?
I know last time we tried it, it wasn't working. Remember, it would just jump randomly.
Oh, that's right. All right,
So,
I'll keep the number at least relevant for even and odd.
yeah, that's a good idea. So right now, all that's on the field is 2 units for me to control. This armor, you did unfortunately put your archer in range of this armor, so he's gonna come hit you.
Goodbye, team.
And this is where we learn about stabilizing rolls when people die. No, I'm kidding. You're probably not going to die from one hit.
Why do you think I made that my status, Cecil?
I'm going to make an attack roll. That's a 16. That should be enough to hit you. Shouldn't crit you, though.
Nope.
And this armor has a power of 11. What is your defense?
My defense is 5.
All right, so you take 6 damage from that. And since he's attacking you from melee, archers, just like in the actual Fire Emblem games, they can't attack back from melee unless they have specific weapons that allow that. So you don't get to counterattack. But it's considering his speed stat is 3, it's literally impossible for him to W. So that combat's going to end. You did technically participate in that round of combat, though, so you do get another point of charge.
Got it.
I'm gonna come for him.
And some reinforcements arrive in the west. And now it's going to be player phase turn 2. We're not meeting. The reinforcements don't attack on the turn that they arrive.
Are you
Amber
ready
spawns?
to get...
Kind of cringe.
I'm
Sorry,
figuring
what did you
since...
I just said no amber spawns, kind of cringe.
This is the beginner session. This is everyone's first encounter with Heroes of Lite. I don't want to kill you guys yet.
What do you mean you don't
Not
want
yet.
to be the GM you always are, Cecil?
I'm trying to be
Yours
nice
are
on camera.
Baby's
Alright.
first Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, but as the enemies across appear, because there's 2 of them, they're coming, Kohaku makes a little quip that says, "Oh no, there's more of them. We better get to those 2 houses quickly. If we don't get to them first, well, I think they might take over the houses." And so one of the important things to keep in mind is that those 2 houses, if enemies get to them, you will lose an important bonus that you could have gotten otherwise.
It does take a full action to visit the house, but you can stand on them, and the enemies won't be able to visit them as long as you're standing on them.
So I'm gonna take down the Armored Knight, since he obviously probably has low res. And then I think it'd be a good idea for our Wyvern Knight here to move over to the house.
Gotcha.
That sounds like a good idea to me. Move within range of that, of attacking that armor knight, and make your hit roll. These are some
Nice.
incredibly blessed rolls today.
We did
All right,
get
what's your
blessed
power
earlier.
again? You have power 12, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this armor has a resistance of 2. So 12 minus 2, that's 10 damage normally. It's It's going to be 20 because you critted.
That's amazing.
And you have a speed of 10, right?
Yes.
You're going to double, so make another hit roll.
Well, not before the counterattack, Cecil.
Ah, thanks for reminding me. This knight does have a javelin.
Oh, nuts. I should be alright, because I'm right next to the cleric.
Hit. That will hit you. He has a power of 11, so subtract your defense from that, and that's how much damage you take.
I have a defense of 3.
Alright, so that means you take 8. No. Yes, 8 damage. Excuse me while I remember how to do math. Yeah, perfect. Now you can make your counterattack. Or your second attack. That will definitely hit. And you do 10 damage to this, so he also dies.
Don't mess
You get another
with
point
the
of
archer
charge.
buddy. Okay, so I was here, really close to the house, and then
Yep.
I moved. I feel like it'd be wise to go here. Oh, and then I
I think that's a little bit too far, because I think you moved 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces.
Oh,
You have
wait.
6 movement total, so you can only canto 2 additional.
That's 1, and then it's 2.
There you go.
Oh yeah, and also I should add a charge.
There you go, perfect.
Right, so we've got 3 other players left. What are your actions?
I'm gonna get to that house before it's too late.
Go for it.
Good idea.
All right, you enter this house, and an elderly beast goose opens the door, and she says, "Oh, aren't you the cutest? Here, have a treat. Don't be bashful." And she gives you 2 green candies, which you can write down on your sheet that will say heal 10 HP. She then says to enjoy your night, dear, and she closes the door on you.
Thanks, ma'am. Trick or treat.
Yep, and you can canto if you want to. Now that the house has been visited, you don't have to worry about enemies getting it.
Alrighty. See, okay, so I think I moved 3 spaces, so I can count to another 3.
Correct.
Sounds about right.
Correct.
Okay. Oh yeah, I don't think I get any defensive extras from the trees, do I?
You do not.
Not.
You are a flyer, so you do not get them.
Okay, and then I'm guessing also none from the houses.
Nope.
I might just hang out here then in the meantime.
All right.
Sounds good. I
Me
believe
now,
that.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so 7 spaces, I believe, could move me.
Sure. That leaves you, Griffin.
It's me, Griffin. 1 diagonal space counts as 1 space, right?
No, you can't move diagonally.
Got it. So I'm gonna go right there.
Awesome. And I am going to, let's see. I will use support chair, which is an action, and this actually goes into one of the things about Heroes of Lite is that some characters, if you want to, can have a personal skill at level 1. And Kohaku's is support chair, which allows an adjacent ally +2 speed and attack, which lasts until the next turn when the next player phase starts. So, Alex, you now have +2 speed and attack on your unit.
Many, many, many thanks.
And I think that means it's enemy phase now, right, Ruben?
That's correct.
All right. So let's see. First things first, let me check some summaries myself to determine how these enemies are going to move. You have defense of 6 and a res of 4. Then, what is the Wyvern Knight's defense and res?
All right, my defense is 10, res is 3.
Okay, got it. So in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kohaku has the lower defense, so this fighter is going to attack Kohaku.
Fight me, Cecil.
I'm fighting you. Let me check what his hit is real quick. That is... okay, 0. So I'm not going to add anything to this. Does that hit you?
Unfortunately, that does. What is your power?
Alright, so this fighter has a power of 16.
Alright, I take
Bruiser.
10 damage.
You do get to counterattack.
I do. Alright, so I have a Beast Stone. My hit rate is 2.
It's pretty good.
Alright, does a 5 hit?
Yes, because this fighter has an avoid of 4. So that is the bare minimum that you could have rolled to hit this fighter.
Thank God. Alright, so I have 13 power. However, it is an even turn still. So you, Beast Stones have an ability that allows you to, after you take the damage that you take, you also take an additional 4 just flat damage.
Alright, so how much power did you say you had?
13. And then
Alright,
you get...
Beast Stones are magical.
Correct.
So that's going to hit my res. Res is 2, so that will do 11 damage to me.
Yep, and then the +4 because it's an even turn.
That does a number on me. What's your speed?
My speed is 12.
Wow. Yeah, you are going to double in retaliation.
I'm not even doing the math. I think you're done.
Yeah, you did 15 damage that first time, so the doubling will be enough.
Alright.
Probably should have checked speeds before hitting you.
It's all good.
Let's go ahead and have this, since the Wyvern Knight has lower res and Beast Stones do hit resistance, this wolf is going to attack the Wyvern Knight. Alright, hit of 1. What's your avoid?
My avoid is 5.
Alright, so that is the bare minimum that I could have rolled to hit you. So that does hit. This wolf has a power of 11. So what's your res?
Res is 3.
Alright, you're going to take 8 damage.
Alright, before you do take 8 damage though, actually I'm going to activate my my combat art, Beastly Ward, so instead you take 4 damage, because when an adjacent ally is hit by an attack, the user may activate the skill, spend in 1 charge, which I now have, to reduce the damage from that attack by 1/2.
So I guess it's a good thing I did these actions in this order, huh?
So instead you're only going to take 4 damage.
Many thanks.
Once you do that, you can feel free to counterattack.
Oh, that I will.
Oh no.
That's a miss. Yep, so I'm pretty sure the bare minimum that any units avoid can be is 4, pretty much. So, yeah, that is you with a complete miss. What's your speed, though?
Speed is 7.
Okay, this wolf has a speed of 5, so that's not a great enough speed difference to double. But luckily, the wolf also
Is that also with the attack speed +2 that I gave you?
Oh no, with plus I forgot that. With +2 would be 9.
That's enough to double, isn't it, Ruben?
That it would be. It's 4.
Okay, so you can make a second attack. Buffs make a difference. Yeah, that's a hit. What's your power?
Power is 16. If it's effective, it's 28.
Yeah, that's a beast slaying axe, isn't it?
I've actually got a armor sling. It's armor sling.
Okay, armor slaying axe. Okay, so sorry, what was the smaller of the two values?
16.
16. Okay, that's still gonna do a fair bit of damage. I'm gonna take 11 from that.
Excellent.
Yay, teamwork.
Some reinforcements spawn above. And now it's going to be player phase. Turn 3.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, you want to nab that house?
Go ahead and do whatever you're gonna do. Remember push to talk.
Just a
Oh,
reminder, you have push to talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said the best thing for me to do is to use the rescue staff on our Wyvern Rider to get another damage dealer over here, and also block off the house.
I see.
Okay.
Alrighty, so you want me on the house?
Yes.
Coming right up.
And since that's the rescue staff, it doesn't use your turn.
Very good.
You can also canto.
I'm gonna stay here.
Alright, you do have good res, so
Yeah, I have very good res.
that will probably be okay.
And a good amount of health.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright,
All right.
that's the healer's turn.
I do suppose I could go.
Go ahead.
What is the werewolf's res?
Let's check. 4, so not great. The minimum
Okay,
a
I should
stat
be
can
able
be
to
is 3,
double.
so.
As well.
Yeah, you should be able to
Since
double.
his speed is 5. Okay, I'm gonna go beat him up now.
Yeah, that's what this game is all about.
Murder!
Now, you're not killing them, probably.
We're just teaching these angry punks a lesson.
Alright, that definitely hits. Remind me, your power's 12, right?
Yes.
Alright, 12 minus 4, that's 8 damage. He can't counterattack because his weapon is only range 1, so you can make a second attack because you have speed 10. Yep, that also hits. Enemy eliminated.
Nice.
And you get another point of charge for that.
I can go next.
Sure, go ahead.
I'll move here, and I'll show off what charge does.
All right.
So that
Do it.
I will use curve shot.
All right. So you are hidden from 3 tiles away. So that's going to be a charge 1 plus X skill. Because you're hidden from 1 tile away, the charge cost is 1. But that gives you 3 range.
Yep.
I believe the charge cost is 2, isn't it, Ruben? Because it's 1
Oh
plus
yeah,
X.
it's the charge cost is 2, but the additional charge cost is 1. So 1 plus
Yes.
1 is 2. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
1 plus
It's all
X,
good.
where X is the number of spaces that you're adding.
So no more charge, but I'm going to try to shoot the mogul.
Do it. Make that hit roll. If you miss, it'll be funny.
Don't miss, Griffin.
It will be funny, but not good.
Aw, that hits.
I don't.
Use your glasses.
Yeah.
I put
Alright,
on my real hitting glasses.
Yeah. What's your power? The effective power.
30.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's...
You sound so upset, Cecil.
I'm okay.
I love
Yeah.
curve shot.
Curved shot is a lot of fun. So that's your turn, I believe. Okay, so there's only one of you left to go.
Yeah, I think it's just Alex and myself, Cecil.
Oh, right, you're playing too, Ruben.
I'm here to
Alright,
minion.
I'm gonna beat that guy up.
Yeah, do it. Hold on, let me check. Yep, that's a crit. These are happy Emblemcon, everyone. You'll never see this in a real game.
There have been 2 Nat 20s so far.
Yeah, these have been some fantastic rolls. I remember playing this game and missing like half of my hits. Okay, so what's your power?
Power is 16.
16, okay. So he has a defense of 5. 16 minus 5 is going to be 11. Times 2.
The crit is times 2 in this?
Crits do double damage,
Okay.
not triple.
I was gonna say, crit doing triple damage. I think it
That would be too much.
that would be enough to kill the boss if the boss had that little defense.
Yeah. Okay, and he's gonna get to counterattack because the crit wasn't enough damage to kill. Let's see. Yep, he has a hit of 0. What's your avoid again?
Avoid is 5.
All right, that's the amount that has to be exceeded to hit, so that means I miss. And remind me of your speed?
Speed is 7.
Okay, not enough to double, because you don't have that buff anymore.
Oh no.
So this combat's gonna end.
I still avenged myself from that critical miss.
Yeah, you got
Definitely.
it back.
The house. They prioritize the housing or attacking us.
Definitely the houses. So Alex does have enough to counter back.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot that we have Kanto Plus in this.
Yeah, no one's getting this house, no worries.
That means it's going to be enemy phase. Right now, there's only one enemy that will move.
Wait,
Let me see.
Kohaku didn't move.
Ah, right. I keep forgetting that Ruben is also playing.
She's gonna vibe. She's gonna hang out on this house because I think that her engaging with the boss sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, that I was scared of her
You want the guest
deciding.
NPC to kill the boss for you?
I don't want Kohaku
There.
to die.
Okay.
I think Emblemcon will immediately kick me out if I do that.
Yeah, you get banned if you say any like rude words, but you also get banned for killing Kohaku. That's the second rule.
As you should.
That's the ultimate ban, though.
Yeah,
It's a
you're just
valid
banned.
ban.
Alright,
Alright.
so now it's enemy phase. This fighter has 2 targets in particular that they're looking at, because there are 2 targets. Well, technically staffs can counterattack, but let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this archer here.
Oh no.
Don't die, Griffin.
I have a hit of 0.
Goodbye again.
Yeah, that's not a crit. Don't worry, you're fine. Probably. Power of 16. So subtract your defense from that.
That's 11.
Are you alive?
Yes, I have 7 HP.
Nice. You'll survive.
I'm holding on.
What's your speed?
10.
Yeah, okay. No chance that this thing is going to double you. And
Actually, you would double it.
oh yeah, definitely. Just unfortunately, bows can't counter at melee.
You can't stab them with the arrows.
No, not until you get a short bow.
Darn.
No close counter.
Dang.
Someday.
I'll hit him with my tears instead.
And 2 more enemies spawn. That's the end of enemy phase.
Alright, 2 more mysterious enemies and a boss. Alright, which person wants to go first?
I'll go first again.
Alright, what do you like to
That
do?
sounds like a good
I
idea.
have to do this for Emblemcon, right? I have to heal Kohaku.
Yeah, you do.
Leave Griffin's
What about
archer
the
to
archer
die.
that's near death?
I'm morally obligated.
Priorities.
Alright,
Hey, the
what's your
archer can
power?
move out of range
I love you.
if he wants to.
Alright, what's your power?
My power is 17.
Kohaku is back to full and she thanks you.
Epic.
Big win.
Alright. We've got, let's see, a couple more people to move. So who would like to go next?
The boss can't move, can they?
The boss cannot move. I will say if you get into his range, he will attack you. But, like, his range is range 1.
Okay.
EXP grinding.
Yeah, do some EXP grinding. It's too bad EXP doesn't exist in this game.
I kind of want to go for the Moogle, but I'm also worried about you, Griffin.
Oh,
I mean, I can go for the mogul. I don't
thug.
mind, because I can probably
No.
one-shot it.
So, archers have 5 movement and can
Yep.
move out of range.
Is it alright if I kill the thug first?
Go for it.
I mean, beat up with magic.
You can
Yeah,
do
we
some
can't
murder if you
kill, we
want
can't
to.
kill.
That's your own moral decision.
I mean, I got dark magic, and I don't think that's
Murder magic.
Alright.
I'm gonna roll.
That hits.
Yeah, definitely. And you have power of 12. 12 power means that you're going to do this fighter 10 damage. That's definitely enough.
Nice.
And then I move 5 spaces, and so I can canto 1.
Yep.
Who else wants to go?
I can go.
Sounds good. Don't miss.
I hope I miss just for you.
No!
Crossing my fingers.
This will get paid back, Cecil.
Oh. Oh.
That's definitely a crit. That thing's gone, Cecil.
I don't even have to do the damage calculation. Why do you keep critting these things? You only need to hit them and they die.
This is what I get for everything with Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Alright, so that leaves Alex. We still have one house that has not been visited yet, Sands of the Boss.
Yeah, I'm thinking of looking at the boss's stats, since I would like to be able to take care of this house, but I also already have a lot of stuff and I don't want to hog all the bonuses.
There you go. Those are the boss's stats.
Yeah. Oh, Cecil, can you equip a weapon for Jasper, by the way? I forgot about that.
Like
I just-
in the Excel sheet?
As in switching his token over to either the red or the blue sword.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Let me pick one real quick. He should have a weapon equipped, probably.
Imagine caring about the weapon. Couldn't be me.
Let's see.
Wait, do weapons have different stats or no?
Hold on. Yeah.
It depends. Certain weapons have different refines that can do different stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought that the red and blue was just color effectiveness.
Nope. One of them is just a regular sword, and one of them is. Oh, that's right. Cecil, I removed the slain off of Jasper's weapon to avoid confusion because.
I see
that. The other one is going to do weaker damage, but we'll do a defense buff.
And that's the one that he has equipped right now. Wait, hold on. Okay. I want the defense buff one equipped. Just so you know, Ruben, you listed it as the left arm. But
I understand now. I'm sorry, though.
It's okay. But yes,
All right.
The defense buff one is the one that he has equipped.
Alright, so that's all the information that Jasper has. So even though he is a sword user, quote unquote, he will not have weapon trial advantage or disadvantage on your weapon, Alex.
Okie dokes.
What's his cancel affinity?
I kind of want to charge at him,
Oh.
but I think I might just stay a little bit out of range. Actually, no. I think I'll visit the house, and then anybody who wants any stat boosting stuff can just trade with me, so that we don't have to worry about any reinforcements.
Sounds like a plan. Alright. So you visit the house, and a middle-aged Varric opens the door. He looks exhausted, and he looks you over and says, you're the one causing the ruckus, right? Well, are you gonna be are you doing something about it, like, or what? And he kind of gives you a look. What do you say?
Yes.
Okay. And he responds with a, thank God. It's not much, but here, have this. It's payment for taking care of it. I'm gonna go back to bed. He slams the door, but not before giving you 2 more of those green candies.
Thank you, dude. Nighty night.
Okay.
I also forgot, how many uses does each green candy have?
Each one of them has 1 use.
Okay, I'll go put that down on my sheet then.
Alright.
Wouldn't it be funny if I let the boss hit me?
You could. You
I
can
wouldn't-
counterbonk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't die, and I'd be able to counter with a staff.
I think you could do it for the
gonna do it for the meme.
hilarity. Yeah. Alright. I think first though, let's see. I think Kohaku is going to still stay where she is. Once everyone starts to engage on combat or tries to figure out what to do with the bottom unit, I will decide next turn from that. And so that goes to enemy phase, Cecil.
All right, cool. This knight has to move through the forest, so it's only going to be able to move up to here. And that's it for now.
All right. New turn. Who wants to go first?
I'll
think
go
the
first
healer
because I want to do the funny.
All right.
All right, so we only have one person that can attack it, that can be counterattacked by Jasper. So I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to.
You're cut off a little bit.
Oh, I have power 17 on my healing, and I'm healing the Wyvern Rider. And then I can canto back 2 spaces to here.
Excellent.
Perfect. Optimal move.
All right. What about everybody else?
I can't believe you're cantoing back in front of him.
I think it's
I'm
funny.
just-
I can do it with a staff.
I'm just like, but why aren't you healing the people that need healing?
I did. I should have. I said that I was healing the Wyvern Rider.
Yeah,
You watch as
For a
everyone
lower
be
health,
healed as he's sitting bleeding, just goes, yeah, this is fine. This is how it is.
Hey,
right?
hey. None of them can be attacked by the boss. Boss doesn't move and only has 1 range.
Yeah, but then there's this armored knight here that probably has a javelin.
Oh
I
yeah.
wouldn't move away from the Armor Knight. It only has 4 move.
Yeah, but Caitlyn is within range.
Yeah.
And hasn't used her turn.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm gonna go for the boss. Actually, no, wait. Before I go for the boss, Griffin, are you in want of any candy? They each heal about 10 HP, and I think you could use some.
Yes, please.
Smacks.
There we go. Sorry about that. For a minute, the music on my end was just booping 2 different music.
That's gotta be confusing.
Yeah.
When Pheromone plays all of the themes at once.
Yeah, just play all the music at once, Ruben.
So I don't know if that's within your plan or not, Griffin, but I'm thinking you could go to the other side of me to trade and then potentially still be within range of Jasper, although I don't know if you can attack after having traded with me.
I won't be in range. But that's okay. Because I would just have to go to your other side, right?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I can do that.
Alrighty. I've got 4, well, leave me at least 1. You can take as many as you want.
I'll just take 2. We'll have them.
Gotcha, I'll take those out of my inventory then.
All right. So,
And take and use the candy on the same turn.
yes.
I can.
You can.
I'm gonna use 1.
All right. You restore 10 HP from that. All right. Let me double check this armor knight real quick. Okay, so if you want me to, I could lighten up the armor first, which would make it so that
I sent Ruben a secret message in the Roll20 chat.
I could do that, Cecil. I could do that, actually. That would be hilarious. Caitlin, I'm gonna do a potentially risky thing. So, I would not engage with the armored knight. We can just let it kind of come closer to us, and we can deal with it next turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna engage a very good strategy.
And go for the boss?
Nope.
You're actually doing it. A madman.
I will. All right. Neptune, I'm giving you support cheer. You have +2 speed and attack until the start of the next phase.
Yo, I have 14 attack. Then I think it is. Let me check. Yeah.
Ultimate bops.
Ultimate bops, and you also do have +2 speed, so that might change things. I'm not sure.
No, I had the exact same speed as the boss.
Aw, nuts. So close and yet so
wait,
far
no,
away.
it does change things. Now, now I double the boss.
Nice. All right. All right, which that leaves one last player. So you can engage on the armor knight if you want, or you can. I do think that it might kill you on the counter attack though, so it might be safer. It won't. Okay.
No, it has 11 power.
Okay.
It crits.
I don't want it to crit. That sounds like a bad idea.
Well, you can tell whether or not it can or can't crit you.
It literally can't.
Yeah, most people should not be able to actually crit on.
I'm not going to mess with that right now.
All right.
Is
So
that the
feel
end of
free
player
to-
phase then?
Oh, I haven't been able to move
Or-
yet.
Ah,
All right.
okay. Right. You also get to go.
Oh, I was moving. Oh, I accidentally moved him.
No worries.
I haven't attacked yet.
You can if you want to.
Oh yeah,
I
you
am
definitely
going
can.
after the boss.
Go for it.
Yep, that's going to hit. Power of 12 against res of 5 means 7 damage.
I'm pretty sure I could double him too.
Your speed is 10, right?
Yes.
You have just enough speed. You can double.
Okay, here I go again.
That also hits.
All
Nice.
right.
Okay.
And I think that's... Is that everyone? Or Alex, did you go yet?
I'm going in for it.
All right.
Nice.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
no.
yeah.
No.
Jasper has 6 avoids. That is gonna miss. He's gonna counterattack you.
I mean, it wasn't in that one.
Oh, joy.
Oh.
How
What's
much
your,
damage
what's
is
your
that?
crit avoid?
My crit avoid is 20.
Okay, that is gonna crit you though. Let's see. Luckily, he has the defense enhancing sword equipped right now, so his power isn't as high as it could be. He has power 12. What's your defense?
Defense is 10.
Okay, so you're gonna take 4 damage. That could be worse.
It could have been much worse.
Yep.
All right.
So just 4 damage.
And I don't think either one of them double each other.
Yeah, what's your speed?
Speed is 7.
Yeah, okay, you guys... Jasper has speed of 6, so neither of you are going to double. You can canto 1 space.
You know what? I think I might just stay right where I am.
Okay.
Enemy time.
Yeah, it's enemy phase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. First, let me think. He's in range of you, and you're the only one that he's in range of. So
All right.
this Armor Knight is going to attack Kohaku. Armor has,
On the
I
Armor
think,
Knight.
a hit of 0, but let me check just to be sure. Yes, 0 hit. I think that's a
Oh.
miss.
That is a miss.
I had to miss after rolling that Nat 20 to crit a player. You do get to counterattack.
Cool. All right. I think I also have enough speed to double. I have 12. I think that has 3.
What's your power first?
It is going to be 13, and it hits res.
Okay. You do get to double.
Oof. That might not miss. I might miss.
That definitely misses.
Sad Kohaku face.
Good try.
Kohaku can't miss. Banned from the server.
We're
All right.
banned.
Just let
Now
Kohaku
let's-
not roll.
Yeah, just, yeah. Kohaku doesn't have to make any checks.
All right. It's
Kohaku
time for
will
the boss.
with plus 20 hit.
Yeah, I'm just checking what the boss has again. Once per enemy phase. Okay. I think Jasper switches to his red sword, and it's time to attack the healer.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Hit 2, okay.
So,
I'm gonna make that attack roll. What's your crit avoid?
21.
Yeah, okay, so that does not crit you. Let me check that power real quick. I have a power of 17.
17, okay. And I have a defense of 3.
Yep, so you take 14 damage.
And then I get to counterattack.
You sure do.
I cut out. I am still buffed, so
Yep. That hits. What's your attack?
my attack is 12 plus 2.
Okay, so
So
14.
14.
Yep, 14 minus 7 right now is going to be 7 damage.
And then I get to do it again.
Yes, you do.
And I believe that's a crit, right?
No,
Yeah.
he has a crit avoid of 21.
Damn it.
Yeah, that would have been really funny, though. Those do definitely both hit, though.
That would have been so good.
That would have been very funny.
It's a shame that Alex isn't next to you. You could have gotten the solidarity memes.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, too bad.
We would have won. We would have let our killer kill the boss.
And just to show off, no. Okay, yeah, that's the end.
And I get knocked back, right?
You would if I chose to use it. Knockback is a strategy, which is a combat art, which
Right.
means that I can choose to activate it or I can choose not to activate it. And I did not call it before the round of combat, so you're not getting knocked back.
Okay, that's fair.
And now it is player phase.
All right.
I'll go first again and just. No, I'll just stand still and heal.
You're
Um,
T-posing on
I'm just
Jasper.
doing our dark fire. I'm just standing there.
Could I get a
All
key
right.
so I can beat up the armored knight?
So it sounds like they did heal you. I'm pretty
For
sure that brings
17.
you back to full. Yeah,
Yeah.
17 sounds like enough. I'm not very good at math, but I'm pretty sure 14 plus 17 is greater than 22.
I think it's like barely enough.
Yeah, it's a good thing you had that rally. Actually, it's worn off now, but yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Because I know that armor knight.
You cut out a little bit.
Oh, that's because my hand slipped off to push the talk.
Oh, got it.
So I know that armor knight's gonna be a bit of a threat.
Yep. You can definitely fight it if you want to.
And so I got a 14.
That definitely hits. What is your power? 12, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So 12. And this enemy has 2 resistance, so that's going to do 10 damage.
Okay.
You
And
will
then
get to double, but he gets to counterattack first because he has a javelin.
Mm-hmm.
That will hit. And that's power 11.
And then I have a defense of 30.
So you're going to take 8 damage.
Back to where I started again.
Yep. And you get to make a second attack. That is barely enough to hit.
I was gonna say.
Very close.
Oh goodness.
Alright, so who wants to take the final hit against this mysterious boss
Let
character?
me do it.
I want
Do
to
we
do
want?
it.
Sure.
I think we'll.
We can only hit on counterattacks, though.
We'd all like to murder.
Everyone wants to murder.
I just think it's funny to have the healer kill.
That's the
Well, you just have to wait
January
until, I think, level 15, when healers can take Wrathful Staff, which in this game allows them to initiate combat with staves.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I think if there's any conflict about who wants to do the attack, you can just roll a d20 and I'll just pick whatever is the highest for who's going to do the attack.
I can't believe everyone is fighting over the opportunity to kill.
Alright, that's a 14 versus... whoa! Whoa! Hello!
We gotta...
Fight
The
me.
one
Alright.
time I fail.
No, I say we reroll, there was a tie.
Yeah, there was a tie
It
there.
wasn't a tie for... It wasn't a tie for... Oh, wait, no.
Technically,
I'm
if we
Pretty
wanted
sure
to...
Kate.
Yeah, Caitlyn won, but Caitlyn's already gone.
I know. I just
Yeah.
wanted to roll for fun.
Okay.
Everyone move
Alright,
out of the way so that Jasper can't attack and Caitlyn can go in
Oh,
next
I think we're
turn.
going to lose this.
Alright, Alex, reroll. Oh, nope, you won!
My God.
Alright.
Alright.
My bad luck
Means
returns
we end the
again.
turn, right?
Just to be... You took damage from that last attack. What's your HP at right now?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to change it.
Oh, not you. The healer.
Oh. Yeah.
Though yes, you also took damage, but this is a little bit more immediately relevant.
much did
Jasper's
Jasper-
gonna attack you first.
How much
What?
did Jasper do again?
Jasper has 17 power. So subtract your
Okay.
defense, and that's how much
Okay,
damage
no,
you
I'm
took.
gonna not do this, and I'm gonna let somebody else take that, hit, 'cause I'm at 7 health.
You would die, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I have 3 defense, so...
Just bank on him missing.
I can attempt a shot
Actually, yes,
and he
no,
won't be able to
banking on him
counterattack
missing.
me.
I'm going for the luck.
Oh my God.
You're our healer. We
He is
need
a
you to
death wish.
stabilize the other units.
Do we?
Yes!
Maybe.
I don't think we need to at this point.
All right, if this is what's happening.
We're doing it for the
Alright,
meme.
yes, that's what's happening.
Oh my god.
Die in
Alright.
a line of fire.
The 17
Enemy
attack, by the way, right?
phase.
So nobody attacks?
So I am at... What's 21 minus 17? 4?
Yeah.
You have defense, so like 17
So
was
it's
the
7.
power. You have 3 defense, so that's 14, which means yeah, you're at 7 health.
Broken gun and missing. Do this all the time.
Yeah. Jasper has 2 hit. So I guess in theory he could miss you.
Yeah.
What's
do
your
have 6
avoid?
avoid.
Oh my god.
That's a miss.
Yep, do your counter bop.
Did I
Smack
also
him
miss?
with the staff.
Yeah.
We're doing
Oh,
great,
no.
guys.
Let's do it again.
No, I think we're gonna let. I think I'm gonna let Alex do an attack on player face just to wrap this up.
Okay.
As wonderful as counter pops are.
This is so cursed.
This was
though.
very funny.
This is an accurate representation
Big brain
of
strategy.
combat. Everyone misses.
Alright, turn 7.
All right, that one hits.
I only ever have very good or very bad luck.
Welcome to Tabletop Games.
Where there is no
All
individual.
numbers on the die are either 1 or 20.
Just hold a coin flip.
Yeah, so that definitely hits. What's your power? I'm pretty sure it's high enough to knock him
Yeah,
out.
it's
but-
16.
Yeah, okay, definitely. And there you go. That means this is the last house you've done it.
Hooray.
All right, and as you do that, Jasper falls to his knees and says, "Oh, you really do pack a punch," and disappears into the wind.
What?
And Kawaku looks around, and it seems like actually, none of you, you didn't leave anyone left behind.
No man left behind. What can I say?
No one left behind. And she says, "Oh, okay. Phew, we did it. We took care of all of these rowdy people. Thank you so much for keeping this festival safe. It's really important to me. It's a time where everyone comes together, you know?"
I guess. Can we just eat the candy now?
Yeah, you should eat the candy.
Yeah, we got it for a reason.
Unless I feel like Jasper told the I am defeated, but wait, I cannot fall here.
Not here.
No.
Disappeared into the wind.
Next time, you're gonna let me kill you, right?
You'll have to see. So you all dine on the candy, and Kawaku finds some more candy as well, and she tells you all, "Now let's make the best of the rest of the night." And that is the session. Thank you everyone for playing.
Thank you.
Yeah, we wanted to keep this one, since we knew we were on a pretty strict time limit. We wanted to make sure that this map was small enough that people would be able to finish it in a reasonable amount of time. Often maps are bigger than this, but this was a nice kind of bite-sized way of getting people to experience the system.
This honestly wasn't that bad.
It
Yep.
was really fun.
Yeah, this is very enjoyable.
It
I'm
was
glad
great.
you all enjoyed it.
And
So I
later on,
think-
Only regret is not being able to kill that boss because both of us missed.
I can't believe that he missed you.
I can't believe I missed him.
I was so ready to teach about stabilizing rolls.
You never got the chance to teach, Cecil.
I know, I just have to kill you all next time.
That's true. You just have to make ambush spawns a thing.
there's nothing stopping you from making ambush spawns in your own tabletop map.
Except
Alright,
for the
though.
disapproval of your players. But
Yeah, your players will think you're very rude. All right, so I think I'm going to close out the screen share.
I rolled with Jasper and Nat 1. Jasper.
All right. And now this is we and Cecil, we have like about 20 minutes left. So players, thank you for helping us out. I would like you all to mute your mics now because we are gonna go into the Q&A part of the panel.
Okay.
Yes. Thanks so much for participating, all you players. Couldn't have done it without you guys. And yeah, now that the actual map playing portion is done, we can take questions.
So if you have any questions that you would like about the system, about what we do, just anything in general, feel free to write it in panel room 1 text, and we'll get to it as soon as we can within the about 20 to 25 minutes that we have left. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the first good one. Misty, am I allowed to put the Discord invite into the server for this purpose?
Misty's not in the call right now, I don't think. So I'm gonna
Okay, yeah, I should ask you.
quickly type that out.
All right. Oh, I can answer the question of who did the art. I did all of the sprites for the map. Everything from the terrain to the characters were all drawn by myself.
Yeah, Ruben is a really talented asset creator and artist in general, but every time that Ruben makes maps, they always end up looking super cute and super clean. While we're waiting for a response on whether or not we can post that Discord link publicly. If not, then okay. Yeah, we can definitely post that link. Ruben, do you want to grab it while I go ahead and talk about how you can support us?
Sure thing.
Okay. So in response to your question, Griffin, of where you can support us, we do actually have a Patreon. If you join our Discord server, there's a link there. I guess I should probably ask whether or not it's okay to post that in the chat too. But if in the case that I can't, if you guys join our Discord server for our tabletop games, there's a link to the Patreon there, and that's definitely a good way to support us. We also have a Twitter account. You can give it a follow, and retweeting our stuff helps it get out there. We have a coffee as well for people who can't really afford to do monthly donations, which completely understand that. As of right now, all of our games are free, so you can't really pay to purchase any of them, mostly because try selling something based on a Nintendo IP, it's usually not a good idea. But actually, we are working on our first original project called Trail Between Sun and Stars. That's going to be our first original tabletop RPG, and that also will probably cost a little bit of money. So if you're interested in supporting us in the future, follow our Twitter or join our Discord and follow updates on that. And when it comes out, you can throw a couple of dollars our way to buy that. And thank you, Ruben, for posting that link to our Discord server.
Of course. I will actually, yeah. So if you join the server, there'll be the Patreon link will be in there. Our Twitter link should be also in there. If not, I will probably pull it out in the server at some point.
Yeah, now that we've posted that Discord link, I do want to say like a huge shout out to everyone in that server. We play tested this map with a group of people in that server about a month ago to make sure that it would run okay for the panel, and we had a great time. All the people in there are really nice and super welcoming to newbies, so don't worry about whether or not you've even played a tabletop game before. Ruben and I are always willing to teach people how to play games. But even when we're not around, just in general, everyone there is always super welcoming of questions and more than willing to help out so that people can learn how to play games.
I will also say too that if you tried to sign up for this panel and you did not get in, good news. We have not one but two upcoming Fire Emblem campaigns that are going to be happening within our server. One of them is a drop-in, drop-out format, which means that you just make your character. You can show up for one session, and if you don't have the time or what have you to continue on, you've got to at least play one session, and it's a lot of fun. Our other campaign is going to be an arc-based format. So if you're into the idea of playing like 3 to 6 sections with like 2 to 4 other players, that's where that one goes into as well.
Yeah, and since players will be selected for an entire arc for that one, you're more likely to get to do some actual role-playing stuff, probably. And just in general, there's, I think, a lot that's unique to a campaign where it's all the same players kind of getting to know what their characters can do and working together.
That being said, since we're a pretty tight-knit community, a lot of just character building just happens a lot, even in the drop-in, drop-out campaigns, just through interactions through the server itself.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that I can't state enough about the Nat 20 server, it's just a very welcoming place for newbies. And we have, in general, drop-in, drop-out campaigns happen pretty often there. So if you've never played before, it's a good way to kind of dip your toes into it without committing to one huge campaign. In response to your question, Mediumsoda, I can confirm that you will be blessed with good gacha rolls if you join our server. I rolled Legendary Dimitri on my free roll this morning, so that's definitely evidence.
That's a great question to answer. All right.
Your emotes never disappoint.
Yeah. Is there any other questions in particular that you would like to ask, either about any of our systems? This doesn't just include our Fire Emblem system. We also have a Persona system, as well as a Danganronpa system, and of course our original one, which Cecil had talked about earlier. Any questions about like if you want to be a player for a game, or if you've thought about GMing before and you're thinking about what to do about that? Just things in general.
Yep, we do have a Danganronpa system. It was actually the first system we ever made. We just finished, probably, I don't know, a couple months ago, finished doing a drop-in, drop-out campaign for that. Ruben was the one running it. That's called, well, it used to be called Danganronpa Tabletop. We recently renamed it to Deadly Revelation. It's in, I think, 2.0 right now, right, Ruben? Or is it 2.5?
I think it's more like 2.0, and if it is in 2.5, it's kind of in that 2.5, but there's also a lot of homebrew I did during the entire drop-in, drop-out campaign because
right. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that game, since we just finished kind of doing our first campaign of that version, we got to see it in action for the first time, and we are planning on a lot of very fun updates for the next version. That's still a little bit, the projected time for that is a little bit out there, but we definitely have some fun stuff in store for that. One thing I can say about our systems is that the Persona system we have, which is called the Masks We Wear, has rules for generating dungeons based on your tarot deck, and has a whole bunch of generic enemies in there. So from my experience with other people, a lot of people have said that it's very easy to GM, and I actually agree. So if you're looking to get into GMing and you're not super confident in your GMing skills, it's a really great place to start.
Well, I think, Cecil, you said that like you can literally have absolutely no prep and just 30 minutes before the session, just lay out a bunch of cards to make each of your floors, and then just pick a bunch of the generic enemies from the book.
Yeah, my prep time for those sessions in general tends to be around 30 minutes to an hour, which is really nice because I'm not the sort of GM who likes to spend hours and hours preparing things.
I will also say too that if Persona is interesting to you, I will be running a drop-in, drop-out campaign for that to test the newest version of the system that will be coming out next month.
Yep. So we definitely wanted to focus on Fire Emblem today because, this is Emblemcon. But if you're interested in that, there is actually a shared universe for that system as well. And there's a new version of that game coming out, I think 2 weeks from today. I think that's right.
Sounds about right.
2 weeks from today. So yeah, just in general, joining that 20 server, you'll get to see a lot of upcoming updates for our games. Ooh, I did mention we have a Twitter. I should probably actually link that in the chat.
Yeah, go for it. I'll also say too, like, if you know any friends who might want to play the games as well, like, feel free to share the invite as well. It is a public server, so no need to ask.
Yeah, this is public. So like, if you ever want to invite people, that's more than welcome. Never have to ask permission. Any other questions? All right, it seems like we've maybe just about, I'm gonna let Jeannie finish typing in case they're asking. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jeannie. So it sounds like everyone's gotten to ask the questions they want to. Of course, after the panel, if you want to ask questions, you have plenty of avenues to do that. There's always the Twitter, but in general, questions, like I said before, there's a lot of people in that Discord server that are willing to answer questions. So if you ever have questions, feel free to post them in the appropriate channel in there, and everyone's always willing to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and huge thanks again to our players for playing. I hope that you guys had fun, and I hope that the viewers had fun too. We definitely had a lot of fun as well. It's always fun getting to share our games with people and see people experience them. It's a little bit early, but I don't think the mods will mind if we end 10 minutes early. So if no one has any more questions, then thanks again everyone for showing up, and hope you all have a great rest of Emblemcon. Any
Yeah.
last words from you, Ruben?
I think just one more shout out to just anyone who's listening right now, who is a part of our server right now, who has been either playing in it, some of the people who have also run some of our systems, be it in the server or outside of the server, and just in general, like, because we wouldn't have us systems that would have been come to like this point, especially Heroes of Lite. Like, Heroes of Lite has come a very long way. I remember in 2.0 when it was critical hits everywhere and siege tomes were a thing, and
Armors could only move 4 spaces or whatever.
it was, yeah, armors 3, 5, and then it was
Sorry, it was
7
3, yeah.
and 9 with the cavalry. I don't remember, but it's come a long way. We've had Heroes of Light for a long time, and I really appreciate everyone who's played in the drop in, drop out. Anyone who's just made a character, people who are in my playtest campaign for 3.0. Thank you very much again for helping me out for that, because that was a lot of fun too.
Oh, and of course, a huge thanks to the mods of Emblemcon and everyone who's made this panel possible. We super appreciate you guys being willing to accommodate us, giving us a slightly longer panel time so that we could make sure that we got something worth playing out, and just in general being willing to help us out. We really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so very much. All right, I think, Cecil, I think this is a good time to wrap up and head on out.
Yep, I agree. Thanks again, guys, and have a great Emblemcon.